What's going on, you guys? We are back, and this is going to be the top 8 of our Legacy 5K regional, And this is going to be our first match of the quarterfinals. It's going to be Levi Box and Scott Jones. And it's going to be Miracles and Sneak and Show. This is the 1-8 matchup. We're going to get this all updated for you. And these are untimed. So we're going to get this all set up for you. So what we have here is Miracles versus Sneak and Show. I actually think Sneak and Show, or Miracles, has a good matchup. But I am biased. I do like my Miracles. I'm going to go fix Levi's camera real quick.
Yeah, and actually, I agree. I think Miracles has a very good matchup against Sneak and Show. Specifically, I mean, yeah, Emrakul has protection from colored spells, but that doesn't help with Terminus, which is obviously a pretty big, relevant card here, so definitely something that we could see. And we did have a little bit of confusion on the top 8 as well. It looks like some of the... Alright, and Jeremy's explaining to the players now that they can split top 8. What's probably going to happen, if I had to guess, would be that they would split top 4. However, the players do have to play out the top 8 because the winner of this event gets 2 buys at Eternal Weekend in either the Vintage or Legacy Championship, whichever they prefer.
That's pretty sweet.
So definitely relevant for them to finish playing it out.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, sorry here, Scott is on Miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
Spell much?
Yeah, nope. And then we have, of course, Sneak and Show. With a single Steam Vents.
Yeah, and I'm actually pretty certain that Levi didn't lose today. He has not lost yet today.
That would not surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely... I mean, Sneak and Show is a good deck.
Mm-hmm.
CJ, also on Sneak and Show, got 10th, so we do have 2 towards the top tables. And it looks like our top 8, we have Miracles, Sneak and Show, Robot Stompy, Grixis Delver, let's see, we had Chang. What was Chang on?
Chang was on Grixis Delver.
Okay, so 2 Grixis Delver. Tyler Lutz. I don't know if we saw Lutz on camera at all today.
I don't think we saw Tyler at all on camera today, so
Yeah,
not sure what he's on.
And then we have John Hamilton and Derek Eubanks wrapping out the top 8.
And Derek is on Grixis Delver. Not sure what John's on.
Okay, so we have 3 Grixis Delver lists. Hey, thanks, Eurodidus. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and they're wanting Joey back. That's what it sounded like.
Well, Joey's gone. He's off for the day.
Yeah, I might actually go see if he wants to do this round with you.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
gonna go see if he's
go
feeling
for
up to it.
Sounds good. Oh. And let's see, we have Scott and Levi and the players here. This does have to be a unanimous split for this to work. So if even one person votes against it in the top 8, and what usually happens is the one person who does no serve the top 8 usually loses quickest in the top 8. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. Although I think of all the players here, probably realistically half of them would consider going to Eternal Weekend in Pennsylvania, which thanks Card Titan for helping out there. And obviously we have Card Titan helping out. Star City sent a bunch of the door prizes, so thanks to Star City for that. And again, thanks Jeremy for helping get this event together for us. So, Mr. Jones, so I have stepped away from playing largely. I still love the financial aspect, and I am still a owner of the business, so I'm still involved. And basically, I kind of took a step back because I was honestly burnt out. I could not keep working. And it was basically, I needed to take some time away, take a breather from the game because it had just lost a lot of its fun value. So I'm hoping, I still I still kept my EDH decks. I kept Modern that I had. I kept 3 Legacy decks. And I'm basically just slowly getting rid of pretty much everything else. But I definitely, I've realized, I've been playing since '94. I can't give it up. This is, I'm 32, and I've been playing for, 23 years. So I can't not do anything. Show and tells at a good price. We actually have some show and tells here in the booth. If you ever make it into the store, check them out. We'll have them in the case. We do a discount for cash, so we can get you a good deal on those, and we have off to the races here. So,
and it looks like, did Scott mulligan here to 6?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I saw a couple lands of Brainstorm and a Search for Escanta. So
we'll get to see. And honestly, I think Search is, like I said, besides that, I think it is legitimately the best card advantage engine since Ad Nauseam.
Mm-hmm.
Like there hasn't been anything close. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I'm condensing, I should say. I picked up an Alpha Recall in Memphis, and unloaded like Shocklands and stuff, and then cash for the rest. So trying to condense. It looks like a blue card.
Looks like Intuition and Mountain.
And we're going to draw Intuition.
He might have like a Force of Will in here or something.
Yeah.
That he wants to pitch the blue to.
All right, so we'll see. Oh, and a Council's Judgment there.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It can deal with a true name, or not a true name, well, it can. And Emrakul, if you it's just show and tell then, you know. Something like that.
And Tundra Pass and Mountain Pass from Levi here, so...
Joey is doing some cleaning up. He might be in for maybe next round, but you're stuck with me right now.
Snap, Brainstorm.
And it looks like he's going to throw down the Search for Escanta and get that engine going. Yep. And if I'm Levi, I'm like, yeah, I've got the green light.
Yeah. I mean,
besides Force of Will.
Yeah, besides Force of Will, this is, assuming I have combo here, although it looks like I saw a Force of Will.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw one too.
Which, again, I tended to be a little bit more on the conservative side for Sneak and Show.
Yeah.
I never liked going for it unless I had some form of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Which, thanks, appreciate that, Jones.
See you later, man. Take care.
Yeah, it's a really good deck, honestly, Warlock. Oh, and there's a show and tell, so if there was, in fact, a Force, which I think that I actually mistook a Brainstorm.
Yeah, I think it was a Brainstorm.
Force, yeah. So if that's the case...
So best case scenario is he puts an Emrakul, you untap and put in...
Oh, that's an Omniscience.
Yep.
Welp. There's a Gristlebrand.
This one might be over pretty quick.
There's an Intuition for an Emrakul, for 3 Emrakuls, and... Yep. Yeah, Scott's pretty much...
Scott's just like, yeah.
I'll let you finish this one out. You can watch.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I'll let you go the rest of the way. Wow, that is...
Oh, man.
Okay.
Leave me want to play the deck.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go to game 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to game 2. And I'm sure it gets better for Scott in the sideboard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's got Flusters. He's got Containment Priest. Containment Priest is sick.
Containment Priest is really good off show and tell.
Let's see. 2 Containment Priests definitely coming in. I saw some Pyroblast there, definitely coming in. Oh, he does the whole shuffle my 15 in, take 15 out.
Yep.
He does that deal. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Behold the power of miracles. Do nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got some Levi hype. Let's get some Levi hype in the in the chat there.
Yeah, he actually really is very nice.
Oh, he's a great guy. Great guy. Both these guys are.
Yeah. And all the top 8 actually pretty good guys. It was nice to see Eubanks come out. I haven't seen him around, as you mentioned. I haven't seen him in
I haven't seen Derek in quite a while. Yeah.
He just has not been around.
A lot of great faces today. Met a lot of new people. Like Scott's a new guy I met. We had a really good conversation about miracles after he got absolutely wrecked on camera.
Yeah.
We had a good talk about it.
Yeah. But
All right,
yeah.
not interactive.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, he is not. He's also not playing Grixis Delver.
yeah, no Grixis Delver is pretty solid with me.
I get tricked. Yeah, I know, Eurodidus. We all do. Blyden is good people.
Oh,
Uh,
Bliden's great.
yeah, it's always interesting to me. There's such an active community in St. Louis, but there are so many faces that I just don't see except at big events.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Shearer, for example, someone that, like, he and I have talked very regularly for years now, and I never see him except at big events. That's the only time I see him.
I actually talked to him this week.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about some Storm stuff,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, man, if I wasn't already going to Dallas, I would have loved to come to St. Louis for
Yeah.
the event." And I was like, "Oh,
Well, he
no.
lives in St. Louis now. He's back
No,
here.
did he move back from Boston?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he moved back.
Yeah, he moved back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll actually be here on Thursday for Cube with Usman, which will be pretty good. So we'll have Caleb Shearer, Storm aficionado, one of the best people at counting to 10 or 20, depending on Legacy or Modern, that I have ever seen.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
insanely good. Just
And then we'll have Jared Land, who's one of the old Ogres regulars, who's in country for the time being. And the Thursday Cube is actually a lot of fun.
mhm.
It's a shame that Wizards won't let us do much with it because of the proxies in the cube.
Yeah.
But I understand why. Trying to protect their brand. So this is
Bronies.
Yeah.
There are the bronies. I got to Cube 2 weeks ago. It was pretty sweet. Built Reanimator, but someone else was also in the archetype, so he got all the Gristle brands. I had
Yeah.
like Sun Titan was it. It's
Yeah.
kind of bad. It was pretty bad. We were drafting. I drafted this sweet colorless deck. I had Mishra's Factory. I had Mox Jet, Mox Sapphire, Mox Opal, Mox Diamond. I had a whole bunch of Moxes.
Wow.
And then like 2 people showed up and they're like, "Oh, we want to Cube 2." And I was like, "No, my deck was looking so good."
Oh man, that's crazy.
I had Sundering Titan and Ugin and Ulamog.
Oh,
and, like,
wow.
it looked so good. But
Yeah,
more
the
people
last
the better.
time I cubed, I ended up I didn't really think it would be that great. No, I've not seen. I don't know that anyone got a DQ for fakes, and it's something that's getting to be a lot more prominent in the judging community and in the community at large. That people are starting to crack down on this because, it is, yes, it is your responsibility to know that your cards are real. And yeah, last time they did, I don't know that anybody did today.
Yeah, I didn't hear a single thing.
So we've got a Flusterstorm, a Show and Tell, and some lands. Yeah, I would assume that's why.
I see at least a
Oh, there's a Force. That's definitely a Force of Will that time. And a V-Click.
yeah, looks pretty solid.
So definitely.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's obviously a big deal not to have fakes, but
yeah.
if everyone's on top of their stuff, it's good.
All right, so Scott on the play here, and I think that hand's fine to keep.
Yeah, I mean, it has Force of Will, it has lands.
Yeah, and Levi going to 6, which that hand did actual nothing, so I definitely think the right call there, and I feel like he has to win or he has to have it by turn 3 or 4 at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes past that, then you've just got too much advantage on the Miracle side, especially if he can stick a search. And, I mean, your odds of being able to protect your combo drop drastically.
So, deck breakdown for the top 8. We have, obviously, Miracles right here.
Yep.
And Sneak and Show, which is what Levi's on.
We
So
have,
we have
3 Grixis Delver,
3 Grixis Delver.
a Robot Stompy list.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, actually, we have 2 Miracles players, don't we? Scott and Chang. Was Chang on Miracles?
No, he was on Grixis.
Oh, he was on Grixis, right?
No, it's 3 Grixis.
Yeah, and then
So, Levi
Luke's-
Box on Miracles, Scott Jones on
Scott Jones on Miracles, Levi Box on Sneak and Show,
Tim on Grixis Delver, Adam on
Robot Stompy.
Robot Stompy, Chang Weiland on Grixis Delver, Tyler Lutz,
I don't know what he's on, actually.
not quite sure, Derek on Grixis Delver, and John Hamilton, not quite sure.
Yeah.
We can shore these up in just a few minutes.
Oh, there are an insane number of permanents on the board for John Hamilton over there.
Okay, so maybe it's elves.
Yeah, it could be elves.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Hmm.
And we're going to force the show and tell.
Force the show and tell. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree. Robot Stompy's great. I would love to see Levi pull this one out. He was putting the deck together as I got here this morning, and he was short one volcanic, so he put a steam vents in instead. Figured it wouldn't really matter that much. You're gonna beat burn or just get steamrolled one way or the other, so the life total's largely irrelevant. And we're gonna crack an Arid Mesa down to 19. Levi at 18 after the Ancient Tomb tap, and this top 8 is not timed.
Nah, no time.
Oh yeah, no, Robot Stompy, it's been on camera today already, but I definitely want to get it back on. So assuming Adam wins, I would like to have him on next round. And he's one of the people that I definitely think, I definitely think would be going to Eternal Weekend if he gets these buys. And V-Click, Sneak Attack, Omniscience, Flusterstorm, Emrakul.
So 2 Omniscience.
Yeah.
I think you take the... Actually, I'm not quite sure. He can't play anything. He doesn't have a red mana for the sneak attack.
No, but if he top decks a land, he can play the sneak attack.
Or he can just play... Yeah.
So I think, honestly, I'd probably take the Emrakul here. Omni, Fluster, City, Emmy, Sneak.
Yeah.
Oh, taking the Sneak, okay. And then let's see what we draw.
Being a little secretive with us, Levi is.
Yep, so Sneak is gone.
And now this is a clock for Scott. This is a 5-turn clock. That's without any other help.
Yeah, so Scott will go down to 15 now. Or sorry, Levi down to 15.
Looks like you drew a Brainstorm.
Brainstorm end step.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So it was the Brainstorm that he got off the V-Click.
Yep. So he got the Brainstorm off the V-Click. He can play around with the cards in his hand now. And try to find a way out of this.
Yeah, and putting 2 back draws. And a land. So we had a land off the Brainstorm. And this will be interesting to see how the rest of this goes. I mean, Scott pretty clearly in the pilot seat here, but was that a pyro? That was a Pyroblast.
So he has Fluster, Pyro.
And Pyro.
And didn't he have a Force? Oh, here to use it.
He already used the Force, yeah. And interesting, that Snapcaster is signed by Tiago-chan, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, it's sweet.
So Levi now down to 14.
This is game 2. Levi got game 1.
Yeah. Pretty handily.
Pretty handily. Yeah, it was a turn 2 win.
Yeah. Turn 2 into Omniscience, play Gristlebrand, then play a Brainstorm, and then play a Emrakul.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And let's see here. We have the fetch. So the sneak attack is obviously gone. We'll have a City of Traders.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that is not... I think that's 2 Emrakuls in Levi's hand, so this is not going great for him.
Yep, and Scott's just going to keep serving.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, there's no reason to... I mean, maybe play some cantrips. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See about getting a search on board, so you can really just start slamming the door shut. Try to set up Terminus. Let's see, we have a Gideon, ally of Zendikar, Portent, Predict, Flusterstorm, Pyroblast.
He just can't lose the game.
Yeah, no, there's no way he can lose at this point.
Very small likelihood that... I mean, obviously things happen.
I'm going to make an executive call here. So if you don't have the duels for Storm yet, I say get the duels for Storm. Specifically if you need the UCs, because those are a strong hold for me right now, because they're going to spike before too long here with Team Trios Pro Tour. So I definitely pick up the UCs now. Not close.
Not
and
close.
The bulk. I mean, those 3 duels, it also... Whoa! Whoa.
Are
I don't.
they, are they
I
hurting
don't.
your?
I don't agree with that at all. I do not agree with that.
Are they hurting your heart there?
Nah, it's perfectly reasonable. I mean, it's accurate, and that stack is pretty good. Show and tell, pyro, fluster on the pyro, fluster, your show and tell.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't think our chances look great. Although the Eagles being so far over the cap definitely makes for some interesting trades. I think Vinny Curry probably ends up leaving. I think that they keep Foles. I don't think there's any question there. Torrey Smith being gone is not great. About as good as the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos, if they win the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes, are probably doing okay. I mean, they've still got wide receivers. Their defensive line is still decent. They did get rid of Talib, but not a big loss there. He'd kind of been on the decline the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And apologies to chat for anyone that was not here to hear a football lesson. It's definitely I unironically say that football is my religion because every man needs a ritual, and for 19 Sundays a year, I worship in front of my TV. So then we'll get in with V-Click again, down to 8.
I'm more of a cardboard person.
Yeah.
I like my cards. I would like to go home tonight and watch some of the coverage from today at the team event.
Yeah.
And see some legacy action, see what's going on there. Although I have to figure out when I'm playing in standard in 2 weeks. Not quite sure what I'm going to be doing there.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross, but I'm taking the fall for the team, and I'm going to play standard.
Yeah.
And my legacy player played today, and he played.
Nice.
What happened?
No, I do not. I mean, I don't watch football here because I get very belligerent, and the language is not appropriate in a spot where children can be. I once, at a friend's house, when we were watching a game, was so upset by. Look, Dez caught it. That's all I'm going to say. I threw a glass against the wall, and it shattered. It was not my best moment.
Not your best moment.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And, how about those Browns? They look real good.
How about these miracles?
Yeah. And, we haven't seen a single miracle from Scott at all today.
Well, I mean, he hasn't won one here. I mean, he won one against the shops. But I don't know if you saw his hand there. I think it's force, fluster.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Jesus. Wear and tear.
Oh, yeah. And, we're fine here.
Whew.
Scott has all of these.
Scott's
close.
got this. The miracle is miracles winning.
Oh,
savage.
Yeah, we're gonna ponder, and we're not gonna fluster storm the ponder here.
No. I'm a big fan of miracles. It's my deck. So it hurts a little bit. Danny 2016 hurts just a little bit.
There's another show and tell, and it's gonna eat force pitching.
Probably predict.
I feel like predict here. Yep, force pitching predict.
Mm-hmm.
Scott now down to 16,
and Levi's gonna scoop it up.
Yep.
All right, game 3. Here we go.
Yeah. So this will be Levi on the play.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if I'm Levi, I just go for it. If I have the turn 1 show and tell, not close.
If it's show and tell, land, soul land, lotus petal.
Yeah.
Omniscience.
I'm not sure at this point he would even seeing how he's played today. I don't think he even waits to have a force of will. I think he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, I think you just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't let the person with 20 cantrips cantrip their way into a perfect hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Especially when they have so many relevant sideboard pieces. I mean, not only do you mainboard Terminus and possibly Supreme Verdict.
He has 1.
Yeah. He also has, Caracas, V-Click. There's so much.
All right, looks like we have some Levi hype in the chat. Let's see that Levi hype. We get Levi into the top 4 here. If he can just get over Scott Jones one more time. He's got the play on game 3. He's got sideboard, his his tech in the sideboard. I'm sure he's got some more Fluster Storms and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Gideon was interesting to see that Gideon still in the main or in the deck game
that
too for
does
Scott.
not belong there.
It was
Um,
not the fight you want to fight.
Also, a lot of 40K chat going on. We do have a full line of 40K miniatures rulebooks as well as Necromunda and Age of Sigmar. So if you're ever in the area and want to swing by, we also have custom tables that we have made that have a section for the game, and on the edge is actually a coaster rail, so you can keep your beer on the table while you play.
That's pretty sweet.
Definitely suggest people come check that out.
Non-interactive, you're rooting for Scott. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice to be non-interactive. Being a Miracles player myself, I would like to see Miracles win.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good. He's playing 2 Counterbalance, 2 Search for Escanta. He's playing 3 Terminus, a Supreme Verdict. It's pretty sweet.
I'm sure they are.
Second edition 40K rulebook and a pile of models.
They're probably worth a bunch of money to someone. Oh, and there's Search, Land, Jace.
Ugh.
Well, we're going to mull that one.
I would hate to say yes because there's multiple cantrips, but it loses to turn 1.
Yeah.
I think you have to mulligan.
I mean, we've got 2 lands and a search.
And 2
Mind
cards that dig.
Sculptors. So this will be interesting. Levi.
All right, Levi's got.
Oh, he had a sneak attack, and they're both mulling.
I saw a sneak attack and I saw a Lotus Petal at least.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have anything to go with it. But at least they're both going to 6 instead of just 1. So we'll see which deck can operate better on 6 cards. Scott gets that little bit of advantage of having the scry and the draw.
Yeah. I definitely think Levi probably mulligans a little bit better just because being a, 2 to 3 card combo deck. Definitely a little bit better there. And Scott, yeah, like you said, does get the benefit of the scry and draw. But I'm not sure he wants that here as much as just... If you were to say you guaranteed the force if you don't get the scry and draw, I think he snaps off keeping the force.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a force in the hand, you don't care about the scry. You're not losing turn 1. All right. Force, Brainstorm, Land, Omniscience, Show and Tell, and another card.
We are on game 3.
We're on game 3. We have Miracles on the draw.
Yeah, Miracles on the draw.
All right.
And
it looks like
have
V-Click, Red Blast.
Or Red Blast, yeah.
Yeah. All right. If Levi's got it, he's got the green light. Oof,
All right,
he didn't.
Land go.
All right. You put down that land that can get a red source.
Yep. And we're going to Brainstorm here. Hope for... See, Echoing Truth, Show and Tell, Ponder.
I think that Miracles is favored, personally. I think that they have enough counter spells and...
Okay, so there's an Ancient Tomb and an Emrakul. So we're going to Ponder, draw into Ancient Tomb, and now we're 2 turns away.
Yeah, I would say that. I'm a Miracles player myself.
So he's now 2 turns away from Emrakul because he put Emrakul at the bottom of that pile. And we know he has double Show and Tell in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point...
I mean, I love all the 1-mana counter spells they get out of the sideboard Miracles.
Yeah.
You get Red Blast, you get Flusterstorm. Some decks play Spell Pierce. Yeah. I think that those little notches give it an advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, Levi only had the 1 force in his hand, so I'm curious why he put the Emrakul down 3rd.
He might... Here, he has Omniscience.
Oh, does he have an Omniscience?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
This is an opener.
I thought it was Show and Tell.
No. Oh, he has that too. He has both.
Okay.
So next turn he can go Show and Tell.
Oh,
Omniscience.
wow. That's... woof. Pretty good. So, Scott wins, I think, because we only have one counter spell in Levi's hand, and we have Pyroblast and Force here now.
We're going to get those deck lists here in 1 second.
Yeah, and there we have a show and tell. So, first, we're going to Pyroblast, or Red Blast, sorry. And then...
He's letting it resolve.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll actually have all of the top 8 lists up tomorrow. So keep an eye out. If not tomorrow, then Monday, depending on when it gets updated. Yeah, his list is actually, I will give the link in chat to his list. So we have... Because it's actually just the straight...
All right, so what Scott's looking for here is he might be able to force pitch force, and then if Levi counters again, he can V-click and take a card out of his hand.
Yeah. So we have double force V-click in hand now. Force pitching force, and we're going to force pitching echoing truth down to 19. Or sorry, 17.
I think this is where the game turns.
Possibly. So if we get the V-click here, I didn't see how many threats Levi had in his hand. So if Levi only had the one Emrakul.
Well, he at least has Omniscience. I don't think he has Emrakul. I think it's the top card of his library.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though.
Emrakul and Omniscience and the Gristlebrand. So this is just all bad.
Wow. Jesus.
This is real bad.
Oh, man.
I mean, you take Omniscience, right?
I guess.
Then he doesn't... I mean, if you don't take Omniscience, you just lose. I mean, maybe the Emrakul, I guess, and then you just Omniscience into Gristlebrand, but then you still have the chance to draw.
Yeah,
I think
this is over.
Get there. Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah.
So I just sent the link to the top 8 from the Frankfurt Legacy event in January, which is where Varner got his list from, and it is actually just the list.
He drew another Emrakul.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Oh, man.
And do we have a Terminus?
Oh, Terminus? Let's go. Terminus one time!
All right.
Terminus!
No! Woof.
Woof.
Yeah, that's not... Oh,
all right, that's going to be Levi getting
it. Yeah.
Scott Jones gave him a fight, but Levi was able to power his way through that. Levi's going to move on to the top 4. I thought a competitive RUL players was supposed to...
No, despite what Nassif says. That is...
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be...
Yeah,
that's going to be Levi moving on to the top 4.
The
other 3 matches are still going on. We're going to get some deck lists. We're going to get some names. We're going to get some numbers. We're going to get some overall data for the day. But until then, we're going to leave you guys with some
after the bump, guys.
some chill.